on your 101st win at Ball State.
Thank you.
Would you start us off with opening comments?
Yeah, it was a heck of a college basketball game. I think the tempo was really good. We were up and down. Had to be a lot of fun to watch. Not always fun to coach in, but really proud of my team for after that first quarter where it looked like an NBA game. We hunkered down and defended pretty well in the second and third quarters and kind of opened up a big lead there, and then got a little bit squirrely there at the beginning of the fourth in those first 5 minutes where they made it a game again. But that was good for us to play through and have to salt it away at the free throw line and make a couple big shots there at the end. So, that's a team that's markedly better than they have been, and we knew that, and thought our kids were ready to play and played well. I'm going to trust you on that one. Okay.
Either way, it's a great start.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess, where do you think you guys are at so far?
Yeah, before the season started, I said it a lot. I was willing just to kind of step back and see what this team looked like and see how they wanted to play and still lead the horse to water a little bit, but I wanted to see how fast they were willing to play because you got to practice that way. And lo and behold, they did, and they wanted to go up and down, and they wanted to play at the pace we've been playing, and I think it's been a great recipe for success so far. And so, I think a lot of our early wins were just tempo related. We just played so fast that teams weren't ready for that. And now we're having to hunker down and really execute to do some of the things we're doing. So, they'll tell you I'm boring when it comes to all this stuff because I just keep telling them, guys, it's 1-0 today. And we went 1-0 today, and tomorrow we got to get in the training room and get a day off and get some rest, and then Friday we got to be great in practice. And that's really where we try to keep the focus. And just honestly, we're just trying to win them all. And so we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm really happy with this group, and they're a lot of fun to coach.
It seemed like throughout the game, you guys kept Butler at arm's length until the fourth quarter run that they made there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with a team as good as they are, beating Virginia Tech early in the season, really playing better than they were last year.
Yeah.
We expected that to come. How did you guys get through it and taking these timeouts?
Well, Mo will agree with this. Like, I kind of get stubborn in those moments. And I think it's just good for, especially early on, to have to play through that run, and so I think I called a timeout maybe when they cut it to 11 and talked about some things. But then after that, I just felt like, we need to play through this. We need to figure out a way to get stops, and we need to figure out a way to execute. And, and we hit 2 big buckets there and made our free throws. And then, as good as Whitney Jennings was, I think we made her work and to get them all, and missed just enough of them to salt that thing away. So, but it was good for us to play through that.
Well, looking at how you played today, how do you anticipate walking into Mackey next week?
Is that who we play next?
I thought.
Okay. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, but I would imagine we'll look the same way when we walked into Memorial and played Vanderbilt, or walked into Tennessee State or Cleveland State or any of those. I just think that, what we try to do is just play to our standard. And if the other teams want to do it, then it's going to be a great ball game. Butler was willing to run with us, and it was a great ball game. And we just really, they'll tell you in timeouts, we talk about our standard. Here's what we expect. You got to play to that and not worry about scoreboards or anything else going on. We got a job to do. Let's go do it. And these kids have been really good at doing that so far this year. And, so I would imagine we'll go down to Purdue if that's the next one and try to do the same thing.
What happened in the last quarter? It seemed like it flatlined on offense. Their defense wasn't that strong.
Yeah. Well, I think we just, we started scoreboard watching. We started hoping that clock would kind of melt away a little bit. We quit playing with tempo. We quit moving the ball. And as soon as the ball started sticking, they started getting their hands on some passes. We were turning it over. And then it didn't help that we were fouling on the other end. So just made that first 5 minutes real choppy. And when the game gets choppy, we're no good. Once we kind of figured that out and calmed down a little bit, and, these guys in that last, I don't know, under 5 timeout, they realized we're going to have to go win the game. We can't just salt this thing away. And then all of a sudden you see us come out and, Franny laid it up, and then Osh got a real easy one for a layup. Jazz hit a big 3, and the game was over.
Mariah, what did you think about your ability to get open shots tonight? Because it seemed like in that first quarter they were really playing you tough. Even when the ball was on the other end of the court, there was still someone in your face. But to still get those shot looks that you guys had and then eventually get into a groove, how did you feel you performed tonight?
I think the only reason that I was open is because, my teammates set great screens, and they just ran right into them, thankfully. So then I could get those shots off, but that was all my teammates getting those literally great screens set and lighting people up on screens.
Carmen, is there a point guard you kind of think your game is similar to maybe in any ways, or is there a player you fashion your game after?
I just watch a bunch of players. I'm not like a big person in idols. If I like a move of someone, I'll try to do that move. I just a
Are there any
bunch.
examples of that?
There's a guy that play in Moscow. Now he's playing for the Clippers. His name is Milos Teodosic. He's really good. He's like the
Check the
leading.
spelling on that.
Yeah, I know. He was the leading, or like the assist top whatever in the EuroLeague, and his assists are pretty cool. And then I love Tony Parker too.
Carmen, what do you think about your ability to, overcome the turnovers tonight, control things? You did some passes, everyone else was that occasionally, but to stick in there and make sure the offense was still running efficiently. Because it seems like every night, I watch you guys play, the offense continues to get better and better.
Well, honestly, it was my teammates helping me just like keep going. You got it, because I didn't know I knew I had a lot, but I didn't know I had this many. But honestly, we just kept we all kept playing, and they trusted me, and I just thought just do easy things, and I just kept playing.
Brady, did you ever look at when she was in high school, when she was transferring? Did you ever look at recruiting her?
You betcha. Yeah, we recruited her coming out of high school, and real great family, great kid, great high school program, and she chose Iowa. And then when she transferred out, we talked to her a little bit, and Butler was the better fit for her. And I think she's found. I guess the key word there is fit, and I think she's found a great fit. Down there she can play and have the ball in her hands and do all the things she loves to do, and clearly she's having a great run right now. So really happy for her, because I know she's quality people, and so's her family. There were a lot of sleepless nights trying to get her to Muncie, and there were some days we thought we had her, but I sure do like my team.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
The way that Carmen plays.
Well, and I don't know, honestly, is there a place for both of them? I sure like mine, and so, like I said, I think she found a really good fit for her down there. And I know this one found a really good fit in Muncie. And, I think we're just fine.
I know, Coach, you talked earlier in the season about, playing these types of games against 50-50 games,
Mhm.
games where you're underdogs, games where you're favorites.
Yeah.
You guys went in the Memorial, and you guys beat Missouri State,
Mhm.
another kind of 50-50 game.
Yeah.
How do you think the team has responded to the challenges so far this season?
Yeah, it's been good. Like I said, Butler, on top of them being better than they have been, it's that in-state, hyped up, everything's amped up just a little bit more, and you got to play through that a little bit. And we need some rivals. We need some games like this where, both teams want to kill each other. We have a couple of them in the league, but we need some of this out of the league too. So I think it's really good to have a game like this with teams that are an hour and 15 minutes from each other, and and I think they're just going to continue to get better. So it was. I just thought it was everything I hoped it would be, and these are the types of games that get you ready for conference play.
You guys are 6-0 now, so I guess people maybe are going to notice even more and more as the season goes on. But if you kind of make a pitch to, I guess, the rest of the community, if you want to watch,
Correct.
Something really fun,
Mhm.
Brad. Basketball, I guess, how would you make that?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I can promise is they're going to walk out of Worthing proud of the people playing in that jersey. We're going to play our tails off, and we're not always going to play perfect, but they're going to see a lot of really great basketball, and the chance to see Moriah do what she does and Carmen do what she does and a freshman like Ashlyn Brown do what she does. Geez, we put 87 on the board. I think we're averaging 81, 82 a game right now. That's got to be fun to watch. I appreciate the heck out of the students showing up, and I know they got free T-shirts to get them in here. Let's give them some more, and I thought we had a good crowd, and I think it's only going to get better as word spreads, and until then, we're just going to keep doing what we do, and we're making this a really tough place to play, and I think the crowd can only make it almost impossible, and so come on.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Ladies, thanks a lot.
Thank